Hello, let's have the astro weather. What kind of week is it going to be? Crazy, calm, what's going on? I'm going to fill you in so that you, as a highly sensitive person, as an empath, as somebody with a very sensitive nervous system, can, hello Twitch, master the week with a lot of grace and ease, as well as a little bit of Twitch tail. Here we go. Well, hi, I'm Rev Ronda, and Twitch is here with me, flagging her tail like crazy and having a good time. And we are here in Nuggets in the other room, but not on camera. So we're here to bring you the Empath Astro weather forecast for the week of March 16th through the 22nd, 2026. So, well, there is quite a bit to report this week. So, maybe grab a cup of tea or whatever and come back and sit down for a couple minutes. And sorry, cat was adjusting my camera. There we go. Okay, so, now, Monday the 16th. So we have one of several moon void, of course, episodes this week that are pretty long. So sometimes they're fairly short and sometimes they're longer. So now if you've been and you've watched these reports before, or you're in my community, you are probably very well familiar with the moon void, of course, what to do when they're long and how you might feel when they're long and stuff. However, I'm going to always go through it because this may be new. So here's the thing. When you are an empath, a highly sensitive person, you have a highly sensitive nervous system, what happens is you're like constantly being besieged with all of this energy from stuff. It can be people, it can be the planets, it can be the earth, it can be solar flares, it can be whatever's going on inside of you internally, it can be your life, it can be the world, the impact of politics and the world craziness and the etc. around and all of that. And so what a lot of times happens is people who are sensitive end up like, ooh, I just can't, I got to shut down. When you start to understand what's going on, because you have someone like me who's an energy interpreter and can explain to you, well, you might be feeling this way or that way because of certain cosmic energies or moon void, of course, or Schumann resonance spikes or different things, then you start to go, okay, there's a moon void, I'm feeling really sluggish and blah. Okay, moon void, I understand now. I'm not worried. I can relax, so I can chill. So what it does is it helps your nervous system regulate, as in, oh, I don't have to feel unsafe. Right? So Monday the 16th, it'll be in America time. There's people in Australia. I'm sorry, I have to just talk about I'll talk about it in North America time. Y'all can calibrate from there. But so Monday the 16th, it'll be in the afternoon. There is a 3-hour stretch. So like right in the middle of your day, like right maybe kind of in the environs of lunchtime. And you might be like chugging along in the morning. Okay, I'm productive. It's Monday. I'm doing good. Then it's like, oh, why am I here? What am I doing? I can't focus. And a lot of that is going to be what happens during the longer moon voids. So it's like the moon is offline. The moon is in airplane mode. And for some of us, now, like everything else, people take it to a different, some people have it harder than others. For me, if the moon is offline, I'm kind of like somebody hit me with a whole bunch of numbers and technical stuff and read your stats right in the moon void last week. And I was like, I can't process this right now. I can't do it right now. Afterwards, maybe, and it took me forever. I finally saw what they were talking about, but it took a long time. And, that was other stuff too, but the moon void did not help. Okay. So there's that. And we have several of those during the week. Now, when you're inside my Resonance Haven community, I give you the heads up on exactly when those are coming. And I give you a little bit of a hint here in the notes that will be on YouTube or other places along with this video. I'd give you like the short version of it. Okay. So then this week, the new moon in Pisces is happening Wednesday evening, in the middle of that, or right surrounding that, we have a moon void, of course, moon offline, moon in airplane mode. So that's going to be like, no, thank you, not much fun. And the moon going into Pisces and all of that. So that is the moon going into the new sign is great. We are now starting into a nice phase of, okay, the Mercury retrograde will almost be over with by that point. Not quite, but close. Okay. And also a lot of the sluggishness and the revisiting and the reflection and a lot of good things that can happen in retrograde, but that's coming to an end soon, but not quite done. And now we're slipping into a new moon in Pisces. So you might be having really vivid dreams, for example. And you might just have to be a little extra cautious of what you're attracting into your life and making sure that it's totally in line with what's important to you. Okay, so that is going to be our new moon. Now, also, we are entering Aries season. So I know we have the new moon in Pisces, but it's going to be Aries season really soon, the next day, basically. And then also we have the spring or fall equinox, depending on what part of the world you're in. So big seasonal change. And we have certainly been feeling since that midpoint, at the midpoint between seasons, is when you just start to feel the little stirrings of whatever the next season is. So for those of us having dealt with winter, we've already started passing from the everything is rejuvenating and basically dead part of winter and now the seeds are beginning to sort of kind of wake up, but it's all underground and you still can't see it and nothing's ready and nothing's sprouting yet. The flowers are starting to, but energetically there's a lot that's still happening underground, and we're getting into that season of bursting forth. So that's pretty exciting. So we have that energy going on this week. And of course, we're changing sign. So we've come in from Pisces, which is a little more dreamy and spiritual. And now it's like, okay, let's take action. Let's go. We're in Aries now. Let's go. So you will definitely be finding that. Also, the 20th, we have a nice big long void, of course. So be kind of aware of that. But there's a whole lot. So we're having a big seasonal shifting into a whole new quarter. Of course, the equinox, you can try the balancing the egg thing, or the vernal equinox. I have to try that. And so that will be a really exciting and involved week. So astrologically speaking, there's a lot. Also, the Pi Day solar storms and stuff that have been hitting, we're still going to be feeling some effects a little bit that will eke into early week. And then I don't know what'll happen after that because I have to watch the space weather like everyone else. But what I do in the Haven is I put a post in words and put the video with it of what's happening with the astro weather. And then during the week, when I notice, there's solar storms, they might hit on this or that day from the sources that I research and look at. And then I will put a comment and I'll go, hey, on such and so day, you might expect whatever, or, the Schumann's really spiky, or whatever it might be. So I keep you updated as best I can. And it's funny because now I'm starting to get people go, man, I felt like crap today. Was there something going on astrologically speaking? And sometimes I go, nah, you just felt like crap. Not really that much. And sometimes it's like, well, there were some solar flares or some other thing that might have been contributing a little bit. But it's really good. You start to learn to read what's happening. It helps you read your own energies, because if you're going, I'm feeling the retrograde hard, I'm feeling the void of course, I'm feeling the renewal of spring, I'm feeling whatever. And then you start to understand, that's what this is. And your nervous system goes, okay, so I do not have to wig out every single time such and such happens, because now I know when this happens astrologically or in the planet or with solar flares, I might feel this way and I can relax. And it really helps you build a sense of trust in your own self and your own nervous system and a feeling of safety. So that's what all of this is about. If you're interested in Resonance Haven, we do a lot of great things that help you interpret what's going on energetically speaking, not only this astro weather stuff. but also like how you can deal with crowds, how you can cleanse your energy, how you can handle it when you're in a situation that's really difficult for you in your nervous system as an empath or sensitive person, and you build this really good, solid, more capable nervous system. You build trust within yourself, and you start to understand what's going on better and be able to handle it more. So it's beautiful. You can check that out in the comments below. See, I have just been around people, so I am powered up. I have the black and white stones and various things to help with energy. So I hope you have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you in the Haven if this is something you feel is for you. It is a free community right now. So thank you so much. And as always, namaste, love.